And here we have the first of 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! HNGRY VII Heritage movies, The Forgotten Brother. Now, technically, one is released, well, now, of course, the one we're covering now, and one is released a little later, but it didn't make sense for me to go like, okay, here's the first movie, then we're going to move forward 3 episodes, and then we're going to have the other movie. It just made more sense to just lump them together. Technically, I am skipping ahead in a regard, but it just made more sense to me. Plus, for those who've seen the show already, do you really care? Today's kind of like a movie day, if you will. Well, mini movies anyway. About as movie-like as the movie series became after a while. Though they did get feature-length again not too long after. And here's Espego learning a bit more about the Invoked. Gary did tell me in a comment that he did want to do like a prequel thing with Espego and him about learning the Invoked and maybe about a duel with, what was it, Lister. But unfortunately that got cut. But, you know, at least we still got like this and the flashback in episode 8, so it's not like we have no backstory. Just one of those was like, ah, dang, that would have been cool. Oh well, what could have been? Maybe one day. Probably not one day, but I could still have hope, Tim. It's not a crime. Anyway, I do like this scene about Espego just like coming to terms with all of his friends and loved ones being essentially carded, and now trying to figure out what the hell he's supposed to do with them. How does it work? What's the function?
Alkémista karrierem fénypontja, eme láthatatlan fólia. Mivel a párbajrendszer képtelen felismerni a vérátalakított szörnyeket, így ezzel a kis sekkerfóliával már is megoldódik a probléma. Az ellenfélnek feltűnhetetlen kisság, mert hiába a mi rendszerünk nem szól, az övé fel fogja ismerni a hacket. De ez már úgyis mindegy, mert amint ezen el tudna gondolkodni, az életpontja rég nullán lesz Paklik egyetlen erejétől.
It is pretty dang powerful. Also, unfortunately, this movie went through some production issues with just a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't remember every detail off the top of my head, but I'm sure it was like some filming and whatnot. And yeah, that's how the cards can be read illegally, because they're sleeved. It makes enough sense. Again, Gary released a proper... Gary released a nice little shaking with that thing there to give it the expression of power. But yeah, Gary released a... I swear the first time I saw this, I swore, I was like, is that Lehel? From RODS? No, it's not. But it looked a little similar. Especially with the motivation of, my sister's dead. To be fair, my sister is dead is a very common motivation.
És mégis mit értél el azzal, hogy kivégezted Listert? Amilyen őrült vagy, legalább tudott volna segíteni. Vagy nem?
Az az ember senkinek nem akart segíteni.
Nobody but himself.
Az egész világnak.
Again, Gary has a lot of interesting behind-the-scenes details about Lister. They can check out in the comment section of my reactions.
Akire Alice-nek szüksége lett volna.
Maybe you should have been a better big... Espego just basically said, maybe you should have been a better big brother. Nice shot. And nice work by, Malak there. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up with your own wife. Or your own sister, I should say. You said a lot of words there, but all I understood was, it's time to duel!
Köröm legelején aktiválom a hand distraction, vagyis mind a ketten eldobunk 2 lapot, majd húzunk 2 lapot.
Again, Gary has a little video thing explaining what went wrong with this thing. And it didn't go out the way he wanted to go, but at least I still think it's a pretty decent movie for what it is. It's a shame what happened, but at least it exists at all.
Ha egy sárkánynak áldozom fel, akkor 2 áldozatnak számít. És így őt feláldozva megidézhetem a főszörnyemet. Arm Protector Dragon.
My word, this guy can talk fast.
Broken Bambus Sword. Bár önmagában nem sokat ér, de a sárkányom képessége...
I'm totally Bostonian speak fast a lot, but I didn't know you could do that in Hungarian. I never heard of a Hungarian Bostonian.
Ezzel a pakliból a temetőbe küldhetek egy Cursed Bambus Swordot. Mivel a temetőbe került, aktiválhatom a képességét. A paklimból kikereshetek egy másik Bambus Swordot, ami pedig az arany lesz. Majd aktiválom, és mivel van egy másik Bambus Sword a pályán, ezért húzhatok 2 lapot. Újabb felszerelést aktiválok. Dragon Shield. Ezáltal
This guy's deck is actually kind of interesting for like a one-shot deck, but unfortunately we don't get to see more of it. Spoiler warning, he's only in this movie.
Az, hogy minden egyes varázs és csapda után a szörnyem további 500-500 támadópontot
7,000 attack points, damn!
varázslapon van. Emiatt további 2000 támadópontot fog kapni. Valamint a sárkányom képessége miatt további 1000-rel nő a támadópontja, ami így már 8000!
Imagine this guy
És
went
ne is
second.
álmodj róla, hogy a varázslapjaimat leszedheted, ugyanis Arm Protector Dragon megvédi őket a pusztulástól.
Man, I sure hope I have a monster that can flip things face down. That'd be great.
Eldobott a kezemből egy Summoner Monkot, hogy a pakliból egy egyes szintű szörnyet idézhessek.
At least we get one more duel after those into this prequel.
Azonban nem marad sokáig, mivel aktiválok egy Monster Duel.
This deck is so cool, it'd be a shame if we just went to waste with 2. So instead I'll go to waste with 3.
Ez a szörny egy Magical Exile. Most pedig aktiválom a Spellbook of Secrets-et. Ezzel a pakliból felvehetem a Spellbook of Knowledge-ot. Ezt is aktiválom. Kidobom a kezemből a Spellbook Starhold, hogy húzhassak 2 lapot. A 2 aktivált varázslapom miatt a Magical Exemplar kap 4 számlálót. Ezt a 4 számlálót levonom róla, hogy a temetőből újra megidézhessem. Aztán...
Alright, nice.
Aktiválom az ő effektjét.
Now play a Pathfinder, okay.
Hogy a pakliból megidézhessem. A Planet Pathfinder. Azonban az ő effektjét is aktiválom. Felállom, hogy a paklimból felvehessem a Magical Meltdown-t. Ezt aktiválom is. És amikor ez a
He's still comboing, boys.
A paklimból felvehetem Alistairt, az Invokert.
He still doesn't normal summon yet.
És az ő effektjével a pakliból kézbe vehetem az Invocation-t. Most pedig aktiválom a Fusion Sage-et, amivel a pakliból kikereshetek egy Polymerization.
I would hear you play Polymerization in a deck that already has a Fusion card in it. Seriously, I was told that by a friend, just like, why are you playing Polymerization in a deck that has its own Fusion spell? Cause shut up! Polymerization is still a good Fusion spell!
Fúziós idézés. Jelenj meg! Invoked! Kaliga!
Nice shot. Hey, I can't read your cards, that's illegal, go to jail.
Most pedig aktiválom az Invocation-t. Kivonom a temetőmből az Alistairt, a tiédből pedig a másik eldobott szörnyedet, az Archbrave Dragon-t.
Actually, that I think about it. In the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, would making a fake Yu-Gi-Oh card be considered a crime against the law? You could go to jail for making fakes.
Ezzel feláldozom a 9-es szintű Mekabát, hogy újabb lapot.
Yeah, it has to be level 8 or higher. That 9 is certainly higher than 8.
Ezzel kidobom a paklim felső 10 lapját, hogy húzzam.
Every time I see Pod Desires, I swear the purple half has the mustache of the bad guy from World War II.
A maradék 2 lapot a kezemből el kell távolítanom a játékból, hogy ezzel egy általam választott bármilyen varázslapot vehessek kézbe a paklimból. Ez pedig a Book of the Law lesz. Ezt aktiválom és
He's still going!
Kaligát, hogy egy tőle eltérő
Well, to be fair, maybe it's a good thing that the armed dragon guy didn't go first. Or did go first, otherwise Caliga would stop him. That's right, I'm gonna beat you up with your own sister! Nice roar, this looks a little pixelated more than I expected. Then maybe that's because I got used to the from overhead shot. Oh man, the ski lift still isn't here yet. Although, to be honest, just out of the 3 brothers, this guy has my favorite outfit. I don't know why, it's the orange and black that's works for me. Or maybe it's because we just don't see him that much. He doesn't get to be shown off enough for me to get sick of him.
Aktiválom a temetőmben levő Invocation második effektjét, visszakeverem a pakliba, és így a játékból eltávolított Alistair visszatér a kezembe. Azonban egyből el is dobom, hogy az Elysiumot újabb 1000...
Are you ready to die?
Gratulálok! Sikerült elvesztegetned az összes lapodat egy olyan szörnyre, aminek fele annyi támadó pontja van, mint az enyémnek.
Oh, did you think my turn was over?
Kivonom a temetőmből a Mekabát, és ezzel együtt az összes nálad levő olyan szörnyet, akiknek az attribútuma a Mekabáéval egyezik. meg a attribútum a fény, csak úgy, mint az Unprotected Dragon ödé. És most nem számít, hogy védve van a pusztulástól, mert Elysium nem elpusztítja a szörnyedet, hanem egyenesen a létezés egy másik síkjára küldi őt.
I'm sending your monster straight to the Shadow Realm. Nice disintegration effect. That was glorious.
Basszus, megtaláltad az egyetlen gyenge pontját.
Wasn't that hard.
Elysium. Közvetlen támadás.
Elysium, go beat up your brother.
Mi teszi ezt a paklit ilyen hatalmassá? Miért nem ismerte fel a rendszer a fúziós szörnyeid?
Oh, let's be real. You weren't gonna read the card anyway. You're a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Alice feltámasztásának a kulcsa. Biztos vagyok benne, hogy van rá egy módszer. És én meg fogom találni.
Igen, meg hogy vissza fogod hozni. Nem kapsz tőlem egy második esélyt.
Of course I'll bring her back. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna run into some guy with shooting quasar who's gonna essentially kill me? Although to be fair, at that point Espego killed himself, but still. Now scram, y'all hear?
Fontos küldetést kell teljesítenem azzal a lappal.
Ez a kártya nem a te tulajdonod, csak egy mocskos tolvaj vagy, semmi több.
The award-winning performance goes to...
A rendőrségnek mivel magyarázod, hogy ember törtél? Ezért takargatod az arcod? Daniel.
Daniel? That's not Espego's name at all! Wait a minute, Daniel. The RLDS crossover you never knew you needed. So that bald guy was the original inheritor of this card? He seems in some random card shop. Out of all places. Yeah, that effect looked good enough. My card now. Now I'm the thief.
Espego, láttam erre egy hatalmas párbajszörnyet, a mérete nagyon aggasztó volt, ugye jól
Yep, it was my dual monster. And my wife. I'm gonna make that joke every time I can.
Nem kéne így császkálnod.
And that's right.
Ez meg hogy került hozzád?
Ez meg mi?
Tudom, hogy nálatok van. Kérem vissza azonnal! Épésszel fel sem foghatjátok, hogy ennek a kártyának mekkora hatalma van. Az én tulajdonom. Ide vele!
No, it doesn't. You stole it, Daniel.
Ez alap mindig is Gradián családjához tartozott. Amíg a tiéd 16 évvel ezelőtt el nem lopta
So he had it, then the bald guy took it, then he got it back, and now he has it. How do you know all this? Shut up.
Gradián. Ez alap mindig is
That's right. The orange guys here is Gradian.
Mielőtt ellopták tőle. Ez a paklik hiányzó boss monstere.
Lehetetlen.
Egész
Which leads to the question,
életemben
what about
gyenge
the
párbajozónak
what's the mask guy's name?
számítottam.
It'll be explained.
Az osztálytársaim és ismerőseim csúfoltak, amiért nem voltam képes olyan magas szintre fejlődni, mint ők. A paklimat nem éreztem magaménak, mert olyan volt, mintha valami folyton hiányozna belőle.
Azt mondták, túl keveset gyakorlok. És ezért vagyok ilyen gyenge. Miközben a válasz végig egy lopott örökség volt!
Hát jó, ha nem vagy képes visszaadni, akkor a kis barátoddal fizetsz érte.
Elég. Nem fogom hagyni, hogy árts neki.
Espego,
I'm gonna hurt myself.
életet védeni próbálsz. De ezt nekem kell elintéznem vele. Egész életemben szenvedtem miatta. Ez tökéletes bosszú lehetőség!
Jól figyelj arra, amit most mondok neked.
Don't die. You bastard! You ate the last slice of cake! Wait, but the thing was already in my pockets.
Hiba volt engem kihívnod, rohadék! Minden tudásom be fogom vetni ellened! Megidézem TG.
He gave him a second copy of Halbergeddon. How the hell did you do that?
is választhatom. Így felhasználom TG Rush Rhino-t és őt egy szinkroidézéshez. Szinkroidézés, jelenj meg TG Star Guardian!
Yep, Genus. He's a synchro player too.
És így a kezemből megidézhetek egy TG katapultragon. Az ő képességével pedig lehívok mellé egy TG jet.
I mean, it is kind of nice that they didn't do the whole Arc 5 thing where they all have their own sort of mechanics, but also it would have been a little bit more interesting than 3 out of 4 use synchros. We could have some diversity here.
Ez a fiú volt a csecsemő, akihez nem kerülhetett a bestia. Ha tényleg ő a hivatalos örököse, azonnal meg kell állítanom.
Mivel jetfalkont használtam hozzá alapanyagként, így már is sebződsz 500 életpontot.
Ow.
Lássuk, milyen paklit van, te aljas bűnöző. Jöhetsz.
Aktiválok egy Black Turbine-ot, majd normál idézeket bűnökít a Backswing Moon-t. A Turbine képessége miatt kézbe vettek egy Gladius-t a paklimból. Mivel teli vagyok szörnyekkel, most jön a speciális idézés áradat. A kezemben lévő 3 Blackwing szörnynek is azonos az első képessége, miszerint ha irányítok rajtuk
Maybe throw the comment about me saying 3 out of 4 use synchros. I mean, that's because of the Arc Hyper Legendaries, but still.
Nyakítés borát, összehangolom! Szinkro idézés! Jelenj meg a South Blackwing Valkyrie!
Sejtettem, hogy te is szinkro használó vagy, ezért is hagytam a térfelemen a Hyper Librarian-t.
Thanks for the free real estate.
Akárki szinkro idéz a pályán, én húzhatok egy lapot.
Nem fogsz vele sokat húzni, ne aggódj! Használom Valkyrie képességét, vagyis annyiszor megpusztítatok el a térfeleden, ahány Blackwing szörnyen van rajta kívül, így megtiltom a 2 szinkro szörnyedet.
Belesétáltál a Star Guardian csapdájába. Gyors képességének hála. A te körödben is összehangolhatom TG Hyper Librarian-nel.
Synchro Daisy. TG Blade Blaster.
Jelenj meg, hűharcosom! TG Blade Master!
I like how Guardian needs synchro summons too. It just he doesn't have the synchro brain things, but I still like his unique way of doing things.
Komolyan azt hitted, hogy ilyen könnyen megszabadulhatsz tőle? Eldobok egy lapot a kezemből, így bármilyen őt célzó varázs vagy csapdát hatástalaníthatok.
A következő körömet már nem fogod ilyen szerencsésen túlélni.
Nem lesz következő köröd. Aktiválom a kezemből TG Gear Zone képességét. Csökkentem 1000-rel a Blade Master támadópontjait, így leívhatom speciálisnak. Majd, mivel a pályámon csak is TG szörnyek vannak, így lejön Drillfish is. Most a 2 1-es szintű szörnyet összehangolom, és megidézek egy TG Reciprocal Dragonflight.
Micsoda? Egy 2-es és egy 10-es szintű szinkro lény? Várjunk csak, hiszen egyik sem tuner.
Használom
Mean a level 2 and a level 10.
Feláldozom Blade Master. De így a temetőből előhívom az alapanyagait.
Yeah, it's a synchro diffusion, a desynchro.
Tuner szörny. A 3 szinkro szörnyemet. Összehangolom!
Time to get back my stolen heritage!
Lehetetlen! Még sosem ismertem senkit, akinek sikerült elhívnia!
Until today! There's a thing.
TG Harbor Cannon!
He immediately gets Thanos by his own Arc Hyper Legendary, which is something that happens to no other Arc Hyper Legendary user, and even Gradion doesn't have that happen to him when he summons it. Mind you, Gradion does die when his Arc Hyper Legendary dies, but still.
Volt a hivatalos örököse a Halbert kanonnak. Így a vérjele aktiválódott.
You know about blood signs?
A másik 2 bestiához vezetnek, amelyek hamarosan kegyetlen harcba szállnak egymással. A fiúnak ez volt a sorsa.
I swear there are a lot. It just spoilers words. Just like, how do you know that? Because the plot says I have to.
Hogy meghalt. 3 bestiáról szól a teória, miszerint 2 közülük egy sárkány, és a harmadik egy harcos. A 2 sárkány egymás tökéletes ellentétei, míg a harcos se nem jó, se nem rossz. Amint a 2 sárkány összecsap, valószínűleg a fiú újra meg fog jelenni.
So basically, we press pause on his life and put him in incubation until then.
Honnan tudsz ennyi mindent?
How do you know all that?
Mindenkimet elvesztettem, de visszahozom őket. Te pedig segíteni fogsz nekem. Mivel te vagy az egyetlen, aki tudja, hogy ezek az izék hogy működnek.
Eszem ágában sincs.
I have an Elysium.
Nem lehet. Te vagy az egyetlen túlélő.
You know about that too? Well, actually, it is the same dimension, so that's not too surprising. I guess it would be on the
Ebben a
news.
dimenzióban csak egy bűnöző vagy. Egy üldözött. Számodra is ez az utolsó
At least the
lehetőség.
murders in general.
Nem szabad, hogy a dimenzióőrök gyanút fogjanak, úgyhogy mostantól te leszel Gradián.
So Gradion takes on the name of Gradion. Daniel takes the name of Gradion.
Ő úgysem lesz képes megidézni egyiket sem, így rám fogja őket bízni. A hatalmukkal pedig később őt is kivégzem.
Oh, how wrong you were. Unfortunately, both Gradions have one thing in common. They are both heavily underutilized. And feel like they have so much wasted potential. Okay, maybe not wasted, but it's just like they could have been more, you know? Like, I still think this is a really fine movie by itself. It is one of those, but it does have one of those problems just like that was it. Again, there's behind the scenes problem, but again, I'll link Gary's video about it in the comment section below. There was some problems, of course, because that's life sometimes. But, yeah, you kind of feel at a place just like, how does Daniel know about all of this stuff? I feel like that's one of those things where it could be explained like Daniel is actually like a treasure hunter or something like that, like an Indiana Jones or something like that. But, production manager, audio engineer, Doug by, yeah, right. You're having fun with the credits. I'm watching. Got you there, Malak. Anyway, yeah. Consequences of real life and all that jazz. It would have been nice if if Daniel's backstory was explained a bit more. Like, again, if he was a treasure hunter or something like that. It's just like, I've been looking through ruins or something like that and found this legend of it. I mean, I guess the legend is just so important that everyone knows about because that's something you gotta accept in HNGRY VII. It's just like, this ancient prophecy passed down by generations. How do all you people know this? It's just like common lore. It's just like the freaking Little Red Riding Hood of this world or something like that, like your own fairy tales. I mean, I can get down with that story, just one of those where just like everyone knows everything about this. And of course, Daniel knowing about the Lister situation, I guess I could kind of buy that one where it's like on the news, but it's also like, how'd you know about the invoked stuff and know what Elysium would mean? And I guess again, it could be on the news, like, guy was turning things into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, something about invoking or something like that. I can buy that he got it on the news. That one's not a problem. It just, you know, was like, how do you, and of course I know that once the thing was open, the dimensional pores would break open, causing you to go to different dimensions. What the hell are you? Also, that's the last we see of Daniel slash Gradion in this series. We will see proper Gradion again, spoiler warning, but the guy in the mask, nope, dead. He died in the Halberd Quasar explosion. It still freaking flummoxes me that Gradion, well, spoiler warning, he's not dead. His life is put on pause, essentially. He just Thanos'd away for now until we actually need him. Freaking MacGuffin. I'm just gonna put you away until you're needed. Until the plot needs you to exist or something like that. I need a Goddess Ex Machina, but okay, that would happen, but still, like, poor bastard. His life gets put on pause, essentially, and now he's just like, Gradion's life is truly tragic. Not to the Euro levels, of course, not to that extent, but it's still like one of those was like, what the frug? Imagine you're just playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You summon one monster and all of a sudden you freaking get Thanos. It's like, what the hell? Also, this is his blood signs. This is the legendary guy. It's even one of those things where it's like, okay, but how can Gradion Hyper Synchro summon? He doesn't have the blood sign. It's not his legacy. Makes it even more confusing. This is what I imagine. There were a lot of explanations and ideas left on the cutting room table, unfortunately, due to all the behind the scenes stuff. But unfortunately, this is what we're left with, and when we're left with these questions, even Gary admits he's not very proud of this one. And to be honest, even with the movie standards of what it is and all the questions, I still think it's a perfectly fine thing by itself. I'm not gonna like give. I've seen way worse. This is like fine. I know he wanted it to be more, but it was fine. And it is good to shed some light on other things like that. And for what we literally see of Gradion proper, I do like him. I like, again, out of all the three Gary's outfits, or out of the four of them, Gradion's is my favorite. It's just, I like the design, the look, the skiing outfit, and again, we don't see him very much, so he doesn't get. I don't get sick of looking at him. Not to say I got sick of looking at any of them. Just like, you know, we see it so rarely, so it feels special when we see it. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, he feels more special when he shows up, I guess. Something like that. Yeah. Poor Gradion. Such a terrible life. And how it ends isn't much better. But no spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. But yeah. That's the Forgotten Brother. You can see why it was forgotten. But, yeah. I still think, despite all the problems, it's still a fine movie. So, don't worry yourself too much over it, Gary. But, if this movie ever got a remake, I wouldn't complain. Give this movie the Disney live-action treatment. Oh, wait, it is live-action. I did also like the little drawing with Gradion, too, about his past. That was a nice little touch. That's one thing I like about Gary. It still includes hand drawing, stuff like that. It makes it feel a little bit more special, I guess. I don't know. I like it. You're a decent artist, Gary. A lot better than me. I can do stick figures, and that's about it. But anyway, now I'm rambling about a bunch of other things. So, yeah. That was The Forgotten Brother. What do you think? Did you think it was better than you expected, a little worse? Or do you think it was just fine? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll hope to see you next time. Later.